cofactor of j, this and that are out. So 2, 4, minus 6 and minus 12. Cofactor of k, this and that, means 2 minus 3, minus 6 and 9. Okay. So you multiply it, cross this equal to I into minus 3 into minus 12, that is equal to 36. 4 into 9, 36 due to formula minus 36, minus j. 2 into 12, 24 minus 24. 6 into 4, 24 minus 24 minus minus plus 24 plus k. 2 into 9, 18 minus 6 minus 3 plus 18, due to formula minus it will be minus. You check it, I into 0 minus j into 0 plus k into 0. So A cross B equal to 0. That means A and B are perpendicular to each other. A and B are perpendicular to, parallel to each other, because theta equal to 0. You know it. A cross B equal to AB sin theta into unit vector n. So A and B is not equal to 0. N is not equal to 0. So sin theta equal to 0. So theta equal to 0 degree. 0 degree when? When those are parallel to each other. So you check it, my dear student. 2 numericals for the cross product and 2 numericals from the dot product already completed in the class. So next part of this chapter, last part of this chapter is the projectile motion. Last part of this chapter is projectile motion. Now we start the projectile motion. Okay, my dear student, you know it. The linear motion, circular motion, rotational motion, simple harmonic motion, curvilinear motion, so many types of motions are there. But here you know it, the projectile motion. Projectile motion, you project it, means you project an object at a particular angle with the horizontal, and due to the gravity, the motion of this particle is called the projectile motion. Okay, my dear student, clear? Okay, so different type of projectile motion, you know it for your daily life. If you throw the ball, in this direction, means at an angle with the horizontal alpha, you throw the ball, not the vertical. I am talking about a particular angle with the horizontal, not the vertical, not this direction. My dear student, you throw the ball at an angle with the horizontal, not this direction. This is the parallel with the horizontal, and not that direction. Throw the vertical. You throw the ball at an angle with the horizontal, and you see it. What is this? You see the motion of motion of the ball is this. Okay, not that direction. Due to the gravity, the motion of the ball, motion of the particle, motion of the body is this. That is called the projectile motion. Okay, due to gravity, the motion of this object is this. So, you know the component of vector, velocity is a vector. So, along the horizontal direction, the velocity of that particle object u cos alpha, and along that direction is u sin alpha. My dear student, you check it. The maximum height from the surface of the earth is h. The range means again the ball dropped on the surface means it covers a distance along the horizontal direction, that is the range of the projectile motion. That is the range of the projectile motion. And the maximum height cover the subject, you calculate the height, maximum height of that object or that particle or that ball. And you see here, you throw the ball from here and the ball is in the air. That means the flight and time you calculate it. So what will be its total time in the air? That means you calculate it the ascending time and again calculate it the descending time. My dear student, you check it. And interesting part, what will be the direction of the acceleration in different motion? In different motion. Am I clear? So, along this direction, no acceleration is there. Because you know it, the acceleration acts always perpendicular on the surface of it. So, surface is this, G is that, angle is 90 degree. So, no component along its perpendicular direction. My dear student, you know it, a vector is this, along this component that value is p cos theta and along that direction is p sin theta, you know it. So, if you consider it, the direction of the force of the vector is this. So, what will be its component along that direction? That is 90 degree, the p of cos 90. P cos 90 means p into cos 90 means 0. So, no component along its perpendicular direction. So, gravitational acceleration has no component along the horizontal direction. So, when you find out the range of the projectile motion, that time the value of acceleration will be 0. You consider it the particle movement uniform velocity. So, how can we find out the height of the projectile motion, range of the projectile motion and the flight and time of the projectile motion? First, you find out the height of the projectile motion. Height of the projectile motion. At the maximum height, you know it, the v equal to 0. So, from the equation of motion due to gravity, you know it, v square equal to u square plus 2gh. Equation due to gravity. My dear student, equation due to gravity, that v square equal to u square plus 2gh. U means v means 0, u means the vertical component u sin theta plus 2 minus g, because the object to move along the vertical component, and if you consider the height is capital H, the time the value will be 2g capital H equal to u square sin square theta. So, H equal to u square sin square theta by 2g. So my dear student, you check it. Height of the projectile motion is equal to u square sin square theta by 2g. Clear? So next part, one is this, h equal to u square sin square theta by 2g. Next is time. You calculate the flight and time. Time of ascending is equal to the time of descending. You know it, v equal to u plus dt. Equation due to gravity. V equal to 0. U equal to u sin theta plus minus g into t. So t equal to u sin theta by g. Okay? You know it, the time of ascending is equal to time of descending. If you consider it, that time of ascending equal to time of descending, so total time of flight is equal to 2t equal to 2u sin theta by g. And last part, the range of the projectile motion. Range of the projectile motion t equal to 2u sin theta by g. Range of the projectile motion, how can we calculate it? This is the uniform velocity, s equal to vt, you know it. S means along the direction of x axis r. V means u cos theta. T means total time, 2u sin theta by g. So you write here u square 2 sin theta cos theta by g, that is equal to u square sin 2 theta by g. So my dear student, you check it, u square sin 2 theta by g. Those are the formula for the projectile motion. Those are the formula for projectile motion. Next day again I discuss the projectile motion for numerical, and the motion of the object is parabolic. Means the projectile motion is parabolic. So my dear student, you check it, any doubt, any question from your side, I will try to clear you. Any question from your side? So thank you. Thank you, my dear student. Any doubt from your side? You check it. Thank you, my dear student. Thank you. Today up to this portion.